That's all the time we have for the opening theme song tonight because we're running very late. We're going to bring out our first guest, and we'll have to have the introductions later. Okay, please welcome our very big New York celebrity and soon to be worldwide celebrity. You'll know her for her modeling work and for her work with the Guardian Angels. And please welcome, it's a great honor, Lisa Sliwa.
What kind of a show is this?
All right. Well,
I mean, what kind of a show is this? Your set looks like a junkie. I mean, I've seen better furniture on the street by the garbage dumpster.
well,
I mean, no offense, guys, but you know, I could have found better furniture on that people were throwing out.
well, there's usually even.
Do you want us to find you some furniture? I mean, we're the Guardian Angels. We like to help people, and
If
you really need help. I mean,
Well, we would like if you have ideas for the set. We usually have even more, but we didn't have enough time to set up tonight. But
what are these, your roaches?
those are the friends on the
You
Beyond
got
Audio.
pastel-colored rats.
Okay, David. All right. Lisa Sliwa, it's very nice to have you here. And
Oh, I wish I could say the same, but I'm not accustomed to lying, so.
well, I'm the reason I had you and asked you to come on was because.
Do you need help? Excuse me a second. Do you need help?
No, he just behaves. He shouldn't do that because he.
They're rats. They're
He
just
doesn't
purple rats.
Okay. Well, the reason we wanted to have you on was I always felt endangered in the subways, and then when I saw the Guardian Angels and started seeing them all on the line, I felt much safer. And we wanted to thank you and honor you by having you on our program.
Well, Frank, first of all, I want to say you make Bernard Goetz look like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Okay.
And, you know, if you want to be safe on the subway and safe around New York City, you cannot wear a day-glow fluorescent orange polyester flame retardant leisure suit. I mean, this makes you stand out. If you notice on the subway, everybody wears dark colors so they kind of blend in with the dirt. You stick out like a gigantic tangerine.
So would David be safe on the subway the way he's dressed, or is that?
Yeah, I mean, I think he has more of the typical subway rider attitude. You know, he doesn't make eye contact with anybody. He looks like a volcano about ready to burst at any moment. He looks as if, you know, anyone messes with him, he just retaliates. And that's the type of attitude. You try it, Frank. You know, sit up straight.
Just straight.
You know, put your shoulders back.
Okay.
Put your arms out straight like this.
And then if I just sit like that, I'll be better.
And look
safer.
real mean like him, like you're constipated and, you know, been drinking too much of that English tea for months and
Okay.
you're really upset with yourself.
Well, now you mentioned English tea. That means you're going to Europe, right? You're going to Europe, right? The Guardian Angels are going over.
Well, we've been in London. I've made a trip there recently. My husband made a trip there recently. But why do you have this guy here?
Well, David has been a friend of mine since we were kids and used to play G.I. Joes.
Is he catatonic?
Well, he always was quiet, but it's just lately, since I've been having him on the show, that he's been behaving very badly, and I think that eventually we're going to have to no longer have him on the show.
Well, doesn't he ever say anything?
He doesn't. He just complains. He says coming up on the subway, he says, "Oh, I'm gonna, I'll say this, I'll say that," and then when it comes
Look,
time
I
to the
told
show,
you guys to get away. Leave him alone. See, you know what? Maybe he's just so annoyed because of whatever these things are you have here.
It could be, but those are friends too, and I always considered David a friend, and I can't help it the way he behaves. But let's not talk about David. Let's talk about you, because you're more important. You're in the papers all the time, and
well, Frank,
you're modeling.
Frank, I'd like to talk about me, but I really think you need help. I mean, your set looks like a mess. It looks like you just dumped garbage all over the place. You know, I will be happy to help you. I know where we can get some good clothes. I work as a model. I'm sure one of the designers will be happy to outfit you. You have dandruff. I mean, look at this.
Isn't it good?
You've got like real, oh my God. It's like real dandruff you have. And then you have that like Vaseline in your hair, or is that just natural oil?
I use stuff to keep it down in the wind. It gets all.
It starts flying around and you like it in one place, but the dandruff, man, that is really ugh.
Well, I tried using the shampoos that they say, and
Well, did you use them with water?
yes, and they don't work. I don't know what it is.
Frank, I think it's just you, but you know, the guardian angels will help you. We could even turn a guy like you, an ultimate wimp, into a type of guy that walks down the streets and inspires fear into the hearts of crack dealers, mutants with chromosome damage, those drug smuggling, drug using, disgusting slime of the earth. We could turn you into somebody that would inspire fear even into those mutations.
Well, I'd like to do that, but I get scared, and even especially like coming up to this neighborhood, up with a studio, sometimes it gets at night.
Well, frankly, I don't know how you even can get through the day. I mean, I think you need a lot of help. I mean, we could help you. I think, we could do things for you.
Okay.
Like turn you into a man.
So, well, I'd like that, and
I mean, a real man. Not a Manhattan man, a Brooklyn, Queens, and the Bronx type of guy. Type of guy that downs a few brew every day in the morning instead of orange juice. The type of guy you would never see at a salad bar. The type of guy that eats red meat. The bigger the burger, the better. That type of a guy. I think you've been in Manhattan too long. That might be the problem.
Oh, well, maybe David and I could both come down to the Guardian Angels headquarters. Can anybody join?
Well, does this thing has a name?
That's David, yes. And
do you talk?
David, why don't you say hi to Lisa Sliwa? She's been very nice and been very candid with me, and maybe she'd be just as candid with you if you would if you cooperate for a change.
Do you want to say hi to me, or should I just smack you across the face?
Oh, hello.
Oh, thank you.
I think you're scared of him.
Well, he's not exactly Mr. Friendly.
Wow, no.
This isn't Mr. Rogers, even though it's starting to feel like it a little bit. Sesame Street or something, but...
With the puppets.
All right, guys, cool out.
All right. Oh, David wants me to ask questions. What do you think of Ed Koch?
What do I think of Ed Koch?
Ed Koch.
Not much.
But he's the mayor, yeah, you have to.
Oh, well, he is, but... we all have problems that we have to deal with in life. We all have crosses to bear, burdens that we must carry as responsible adults. And I think that living in a city where Mayor Koch is the mayor, I think that's just a burden we all have to bear. Maybe he might be able to get his own talk show. You might talk to him. He might be able to be your co-host.
I once saw a photo of him in the subway, in the newspaper. They had him.
It was to scare away riders?
Okay. David, you wrote a note. Oh, David said that we have to be more like the talk shows where they ask questions. That he said we don't prepare enough.
Yeah, well, that's obvious. Look at this furniture. It looks like there's, dogs did their business all over it.
How did you meet Curtis?
Oh, you have to bring up every unfortunate aspect of my life?
Oh.
You have to ask me about Mayor Koch?
Oh.
Now you ask me how I met my husband?
Oh, I'm sorry.
We all make mistakes in life, okay? We all have problems. I tried to get that across to you.
Okay.
But no, you have to ask me about Ed Koch. And then,
it was
your
David's
buddy,
question.
it's your idea.
Yeah.
You have to get me to start asking about my husband, how I met my husband. That guy from Brooklyn, he doesn't even know how to eat with a fork. You know how obnoxious his relatives are? His mother comes over to my apartment, because it was my apartment before we got married, my rent-stabilized apartment on the Lower East Side of Manhattan, and she comes over with tissues and white handkerchiefs to see if there's any dust anywhere. And before she'll even take a spoon or a cup out in order to make tea for herself, she washes the cup, even though it's clean, before she'll drink out of one of my cups or one of my mugs. Do you think that's normal? Can you understand what that does to a young lady like me? Somebody who was brought up to daintily pick up tennis balls from grassy suburban courts, who was trained never to have to do a thing in the kitchen because we always had help when I was growing up. Do you know how angry that makes me? Do you know what that makes me feel like? That I should be a woman in the kitchen doing dishes, cooking for his relatives? When I can be out there beating up drug dealers, mutants, cleaning the streets of that slime? Come on.
New York is very dirty, though, sometimes.
That's all you have to say. I mean, you guys, you bring me here, you ask me to come here, I'm under the impression that this is a bona fide, legitimate talk show. I think you're just trying to get me upset.
No.
I think you're really trying to get me upset.
David,
What's the next question? Holiday shopping safety. Oh, like you, Mr. Autistic, really care about other people. Like you're so concerned. Want me to give tips to shoppers? Yeah. Watch out for guys like you. That's what I would tell them. Because guys like you, you know, a lot of women in Manhattan complain that it's very, very hard to find decent men. You can see why. I mean, there are people like you. I mean, you're dressed NYU tie. I think that's really classy. Pinstripe suit, even though it's polyester, at least it's a step in the right direction. I mean, you're on your way. This one, I don't know what time capsule he walked out of, but I mean, and you want to ask me for holiday shopping tips? I'll tell you what the biggest tip is. You got to watch yourself in the stores. And I'm not talking about those aggressive sales clerks. You know, like when you go into Bloomingdale's?
Yeah.
In fact, as a matter of fact, some people called us up, the guardian angels, to go in and defend female shoppers from those aggressive perfume sample people that attack you with the latest Calvin Klein or Yves Saint Laurent or Christian Dior perfume spray and come right in your face and spray you with it.
Okay.
But what you have to watch out for are those people that are in the store that actually look like other shoppers. A lot of times other women that will rip off your bag while you're there shopping. That's why I wear one of these bags around my waist, because even when I'm on a two-bit sleazy talk show like this, which I was duped into coming on to because you told me that it was a special taping for Nightline, I feel safe, I feel comfortable, even though I have no idea who I'm with or what I'm around or whatever, but...
The time is, this is just like a real talk show tonight because Lisa Sliwa had a very limited time. It was very nice to be here, but you have to catch a
train.
A train,
I have to get back out on the
plane,
streets. You think I can sit around here? I can sit around on the streets on better furniture than sitting around here in this garbage with this guy. I mean, I've heard more interesting conversation from a traffic light than I have from you. And you, Frank, don't be intimidated. I feel really sorry for you. The guardian angels will help you. We will take care of you. We will protect you. But my God, next time you're going to wear fluorescent orange, at least tell me to wear my sunglasses.
Okay.
And you!
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Ms. Sliwa, for coming on, and have a safe trip.
Thank you very much.
Okay. And you'll have to come on again sometime. Okay. Well, David, she showed you a thing or two. Maybe, all right. Well, I guess now we can do the credits. Let's start the theme song. Okay, Dave, you have to read it now.
The award-winning Beyond Vaudeville program with your host, Frank Hope, and your co-host, David Green, with Lisa Sliwa, Chairman Steve, Stryker, Austin Velez, and lots of surprises. Beyond Vaudeville.
Okay, well, there's the beginning of the show that everyone knows and waits for all the time.
And you're supposed to do that at the beginning!
All right, David.
You idiot!
Okay, all right now.
In the middle of the show!
Okay, you're gonna be all upset now because Lisa Sliwa picked on you. And you got...
You and your fluorescent polyester garbage here.
Yeah, you got picked on.
Oh, I don't do this! I don't do this!
There was a girl. There was a girl telling you things.
She told you you weren't a man.
No, she shook my hand.
She told you you weren't. She said she could make you into a man.
Well, she shook my hand and when she left, and she didn't shake.
You're the mutant she's talking about.
All right, David. All right, now let's start. Okay. Now, thank you for reading the credits, David. We just want to show some things. Austin Velez, we hope to have him later. He's returning from a London tour where he picked up this paper, and they found out some stuff about Hitler in there. And also, we have our papers here in America. And in here, I found an ad for a Phil Harris album that I recommend, who did the chimp song in the Jungle Book movie. Okay, and also, and if you get the Fruity Pebbles now, they have a special eraser thing where you get one of the erasers from the show, like Dino or Pebbles. And I have 2 Dinos and 1 Pebble.
Does anybody care about this? Does anybody care about it?
Everyone eats cereal.
Does anybody care about the eraser in this? Come on, come on.
All right, David.
You're on TV.
David, why don't
Look at this.
people like to have things shared? They like to see.
Yeah, and Fruity Pebbles.
All right, well, okay, I can't find it right now, but we'll find that later. And let's bring out our first guest, please. You'll recognize him as a Beyond Vaudeville family person doing the Snowflakes. It's a song, a love song for all seasons. Stryker, here you go. Okay, and now we need the orchestra, please. Just
Snowflakes instrumental ready.
Are warm and burning. Our lips are close and yearning. Locked in our embrace, we're both heaven bound as we watch the snowflakes fall to the ground. Inside it's nice and cozy. Your cheeks are soft and rosy, colored by a day of play in the snow. Our eyes of love warmed us as snowflakes blow. Though now I feel the warmth of September, how well I still could remember snowflakes falling on your happy face. This lovely scene, time will never erase. Now I'm so lost without you. Why can't our snow dreams come true? When you're far away, oh how my heart aches. Please don't let our love disappear like snowflakes. Oh, now I feel the warmth of September, how well I still could remember snowflakes falling on your happy face. This lovely scene, time will never erase. Now I'm so lost without you. Please let our snow dreams come true. When you're far away, oh how my heart aches. Please don't let our love disappear like snowflakes. When you're far away, oh how my heart aches. Please don't let our love disappear like snowflakes. Snowflakes, an original song by yours truly, Stryker.
Okay.
I want to just ask, he's been asking about one line of my song. I heard he was. There's one line in it. Just a few bars, if I can.
Oh, sure.
I wonder if this would make him a little happy. Long Island's Everything, a song I wrote. This is for...
Okay, for David?
For David.
Okay.
Long Island has everything, In the summer, winter, autumn, or spring, it's the land of much employment and enjoyment. With great, here's for David, with great loving girl and boy meant. How about you sing it?
Okay.
With great loving girl and
You
boy
do a
meant,
line,
David.
David.
And don't forget, Long Island is everything.
All right. Well, why
Well, he
don't-
showed his teeth. That's some encouragement.
Oh, I don't know. David, why don't you move over, okay? Stryker,
Do you think it's safe to ask him to hold my glasses?
oh, I
Okay,
know I
put
would.
them back.
You might end up with bifocals. Now
With no focals.
the thing I don't know if it was worthwhile to do a song for David because as you may well tell, he's not very appreciative.
Well, maybe some people don't show their appreciation.
Well, I think it's good that Lisa Sliwa showed him a thing.
Or
or
maybe
two.
if I show those pictures.
She showed you a thing or
All
two.
right. Now we're going to talk to Stryker now, so why don't you just sit back and if you don't want to talk, then.
Or maybe if I showed him those quick pictures of those Belmore Street Fair, maybe that would be.
Let's take a look at that.
Maybe that might calm him down.
Okay, now this Stryker, you are from Belmore.
I'm from Belmore, Long Island, and in September we had a great street fair in Belmore, Long Island, and there were over 50,000 people there. And these are a few of the pictures. I was promoting my song, Long Island is Everything. We got Renati, belly dances I sang. We got clowns there. We got beautiful dancing girls, and this is Lady Mummer Dancer.
Lady Mama,
Yeah.
okay.
And that's what you mean, Long Island's everything, including the Belmore Street Fair, 1988, and they're planning one for 1989 already.
Okay. And people can find out the local trains schedules or
Oh,
whatever to get.
it's right at the train station in Belmore.
Okay. Well, that's
Next September '89, it's going to be a date.
so it's very accessible.
Very accessible.
Okay. Now, what have you been up to? Yeah, I see. You have your medal. Is that new or
Well,
no?
it's a medallion.
It's a okay.
That's a family tree. This mother and father, Rick and Sue, and 3 children.
Okay.
Seem to, a lot of people ask about it. What is it?
Well, I guess that's what it is. Now Stryker, please stay with us. We have to get our other guest with us, and please now let's welcome Mr. Chairman Steve and Chairman Steve.
You want to move?
No, it's okay. He's okay, Chairman Steve. You have a poem for us?
You want the one first about our darling angels? That was like Lisa Sliwa was one of the heads of that.
Okay.
In the New York streets and subways, they pull out all the stops. They care about the public much more than do the cops. With my friends Kurt and Lisa, I have no bone to pick, who can settle any quarrel with a well-placed kick.
Oh.
To maintain law and order, we need people tough and mean, but all soon will be rejoicing in a city safe and clean.
Now, Chairman Steve, we didn't have. Chairman Steve was very nice to drive Miss Sliwa up to the studio. And what's it? Did you talk much about the Guardian Angels on your drive?
And my poetry, I'm not sure what you said about the guardian angels.
Oh, but you were talking about your poetry,
Right.
and does she do poetry too? We didn't get to talk
She
about.
didn't tell me any of it if she does.
Okay. Well, now we still have more guests. We better get to our next guest too. Please welcome direct from London, the one and only Austin Velez. Please, Mr. Velez.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure to have you on. Okay.
Dave, hi, how are you doing? Steve?
Okay. Austin, what are you up to?
Well, I've been doing an international tour, as you said earlier.
People may not know you're the.
I am the next Frank Sinatra. In fact, I am Frank Sinatra today.
Okay.
Yes, and I've been going around the world trying to communicate that with people speaking all sorts of different languages. I just was playing the Rangoon Holiday Inn in Burma, and getting involved in the international situation there. That was very interesting, and I've also had a couple of weeks in Albania recently. So it's been a very good tour. It's just good seeing people all over the world and seeing them, enjoy my interpretation of Mr. Sinatra.
Yeah, was that at the Albania Holiday Inn?
Yes, that was at the, no, actually, I'm sorry, that was at the Hilton, the Albania Hilton.
Yeah, the Hilton,
In
yeah.
Tirana, yeah.
Well, now, David, maybe that's very nice. Now you're cooperating like a regular talk show. Now.
Yeah, right, yeah, Frank Sinatra plays it.
Yeah, do
Holiday
you have
Inn.
some kind of problem with that?
All right.
No, I think we're pretty much sick and tired of you criticizing all of the guests all the time, and especially Frank. I mean, I think Frank is doing a fantastic job.
Thank you,
And,
Austin.
and you're giving him a hard time.
Lisa Sliwa put you in your place.
Yeah, Lisa Sliwa
she
put
put
you
me
in
in my
your place too.
Look at David's finger is bleeding, and that's what you get for acting up.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
you get for
Yeah, sure.
That's what you get for behaving like that.
Sure, oh,
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, look at that. That's what Lisa Sliwa probably did that.
I probably did it slapping you around, Buster, and you bet when the show is done you're gonna get slapped around plenty.
All right, don't get all wound up now.
Yeah, and oh, you thought the last time was bad.
All right. Everything's getting.
Oh, I'm
wound
really
up.
gonna slap you around after this show.
Oh, okay. All right. Stryker, you and Austin both have you both sing. And now, do you think you would do a world tour at any time?
A what?
A world a tour around the world,
Well, maybe not quite all around, halfway.
halfway around the world. And is it difficult playing to foreign audiences, Austin? Do you need to know different languages?
Oh,
or-
just a few words of Swahili or whatever, and the audience is fine. It's no problem at all.
Yeah, a few words of Swahili, that's
Yes.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Okay. There's 1 minute. Chairman Steve,
Yeah,
any,
yeah, one
any
of,
last
one of
words?
your guests, you know.
How about my poem, Privacy is a Banana?
Oh.
You know,
Okay,
I bring on
listen
Lisa
to that.
Sliwa.
They,
You bring on these jokers.
what? All right, no.
Privacy
Yeah,
is a
right.
banana,
Everybody's-
protected
Yeah,
by
the
a
Frank
pill.
Hope guests, yeah, good.
Privacy is a banana protected by a peel, hiding any wound on him that doesn't want to heal. He can refuse to open up and show he has no sex appeal.
Okay.
He must stand around and pout, that if revealed the way he is, he will be surely eaten out.
Okay,
Privacy
Chairman Steve,
is
we're
a
going to
banana.
have to close because the show's running to an end. We're going to play a song from the Richard Harris Love album of, it's, the MacArthur Park.